Hi, this is Daphne Russell, and in our last video, we talked about a relationship with books, like you are having a relationship. So I'm going to talk about my relationship to model with Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds. He's amazing and has dedicated his existence to teens, I would say, young adults, and it's beautiful. So the reason I like this is because it's a great book for anyone, period. It's thoughtful, it's interesting, it's stimulating, it's mysterious. There's so much going on, and it's personal. So what I found is that the people that I serve usually need something that's kind of personal, that they can really sink their teeth into and their mind into and their heart. So I believe that Jason Reynolds writes from his heart, and that's why I love him so much. As a classroom teacher, this guy changed a lot of lives. He made things accessible. So I'm going to show you what reading is, and it's so crazy because generally we're not taught this, and this is reading. So it's called Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds. The first chapter is called Don't Nobody. And it says, don't nobody believe nothing these days. At that point, or even don't nobody, or believe nothing these days, we just start thinking. Just thinking. So when I see that, I personally think about all of the mixed messages we're getting on social media. I even think about this show where everyone in the show is lying. I swear it's crazy. That's just what I think. But what do you think? I'll read it again. Don't nobody believe nothing these days. Your thought and every single person's thought watching this video is different than mine. And they're all valid, and they're all real, and they're definitely authentic, and they're all that actually matters. That's it. The next line says, which is why I haven't told nobody the story I'm about to tell you. Okay, now I'm thinking, holy crap, I cannot tell you how many times I get told stories that nobody has told someone else, and I feel really, I don't know, I feel honored in that position. I actually told a story the other day that I had never told anyone. And now Jason Reynolds sat down to write this to me. I feel, that's so freaking cool. Do you see how many thoughts that was? And you're having yours. Those are valid. All of them are valid. Isn't that crazy? Every single thought you're having right now is valid. And the truth is, you probably ain't gonna believe it either. Gonna think I'm lying or I'm losing it. But I'm telling you, this story is true. It happened to me. Really, it did. It so did. I cannot personally wait to read the second page because I feel like I'm already wrapped up in it, right? But I also feel like he's personally talking to me. So I feel like I'm already having a relationship with Jason Reynolds. It has to be why people want to meet the authors, right? Because it is a relationship. And that is really reading. So whatever your book is that you have in front of you or that you're going to go get or you're going to find, if you're going to have one, because you're just interacting, you're thinking, you're processing, you're wondering. Maybe you look up a picture of Jason Reynolds. Maybe you see his video where he talks to Trevor Noah on The Daily Show. Anything is absolutely possible. And that's actually reading. Isn't that amazing? You're just thinking. Every thought, every experience, everything. And it's just going around, and that veil is lifting, and your unconscious and your conscious are just mixing around and hanging out and what? And then you start to sense how you start to feel confident, comfortable, better. And that's all real. And it's all happening to you right now. That's all it takes. You having a relationship with a book with an author you trust, with characters that you might want to punch out. My fun story, my daughter-in-law, who I'm going to have on my podcast, we had a conversation. Really great book for her first book is Rupi Kaur's Milk and Honey. And she read that and then a few others. But then she was reading Coldest Winter by Sista Solja. And oh my God, it was so funny because she was ranting and raving and screaming at Winter. like they were friends and Winter was making terrible decisions. It was so awesome. What a great experience. That's reading. No competition. No, I read faster, I read slower. No, this book is better than that book. None of that. And graphic novels are beautiful. I just want kids to be reading, or whoever, read the words. The pictures should fill in the gaps of the words, not create the story. I'm not saying should, okay. The idea is that if this is a child, they can think on their own, and the pictures enhance the thought. What happens often is that a younger kid might think that the pictures are the thing. So all I'm saying is, it's just an enhancer. But it's not wrong. None of it's wrong. None of it. And that veil starts to lift and everything starts to happen, and it's beautiful and magical. And you deserve it. You're worth it. So try that out, and let's see what happens next.